Well, I'd like to welcome everybody here today as we celebrate the opening of our bridge. It's going to be a little bit tough talking here with the water in the background, but yeah, I can't turn it off. But again, I want to welcome everybody here to celebrate the opening of the bridge. And on behalf of the Board of Selectmen of the towns of Buxton and Hollis, once again, thank you for being here to celebrate this day. There are several people here today that are in the crowd that were here in 1937 when that one was opened up right there quite a few years ago. And we've got one of them here with us today. He's going to be cutting our ribbon. But without any further ado, I'd like to introduce to you a person who many of you already know, Representative Don Marie.
Thank you, Chad. Welcome, everyone. It's a beautiful, beautiful afternoon to have a ceremony like this, and I'm truly honored to be here to represent the town of Hollis, the folks in Buxton and the State House of Augusta. Beautiful afternoon. This event has happened before, not quite in the same place. Several years ago, the only thing different today is a different shape and a different group of participants. Some of the old participants are here as well, so we welcome them. I've been honored to ask to speak here today as a representative of Hollis in the town of Buxton. I've had the honor of serving these communities in Augusta for the last several years, whereby I have witnessed the cooperation between our town and the state. The building of this new modern connector has been going on as a collaboration between the towns of Hollis and Buxton and the State Department of Transportation for several years. And because of the efforts of folks like you, our voices were heard. The concerned citizens of these two towns worked with the DOT to make sure that this bridge was provided with a sidewalk and with lighting. And to that, we're very grateful for that having happened. The estimated cost of the project in 2014 was $9.3 million. But the bid came in at $7.3 million, so we had a savings of $2 million. That's great for all of us. And even though we have the savings, we still have our sidewalk and our light. A very high priority for the folks in this neighborhood. The building of the bridge has been really remarkable. They have managed to preserve our existing communities almost exactly as the way they were. We've not harmed any of these historical houses, and we've not changed much in the way of appearances. The project is now completed and has provided Buxton and Hollis with a safe, modern connector, and has once again brought our two communities closer together than ever before. This bridge is 35 feet shorter than the old one, so Buxton and Hollis communicate closer than ever. This bridge does the job in one fell swoop, and we don't need the use of the bar anymore. We all should be very proud of what we have, and thank you all for coming. It's a great day. Thank you.
At this point in time, I'd like to welcome Brent Hill from the Buxton Hollis Historical Society.
I appreciate the invitation to speak today here in Bar Mills for the Buxton Hollis Historical Society on this momentous event for us. As a two-town organization, we recognize the importance of this bridge to link our towns and our communities. I'd like to very briefly speak about the history. Bar Mills has been one village with a foot in both towns since the bar of rock behind us formed the basis for the dam and for the mills that followed it. That's Bar Mills. That was in the 1790s. Not long after, the two towns were joined by the first bridge. 1824. Ellis Usher, you can almost see his house through the trees here. Ellis Usher had a sawmill. He went to the legislature at the state capitol in Portland. They authorized a toll bridge. It cost 6 cents to get across the bridge for your carriage, your sleigh, or your wagon. It probably didn't last too long. It was probably on wooden pilings. It was kind of low. probably washed away after not too long. Fortunately, this one we don't have to pay for at the toll booth. By the 1850s, the growing bar mills had a covered wooden bridge. You can see the pilings over here, the piers on the Buxton side, still left. The McKinney sawmill, just on this side in Hollis, burned 1880, March 1880. The bridge caught fire and went down the river too. But just to show you what Buxton and Hollis can do, if they work together, that bridge went out in March. There was traffic across the new bridge in August. 5 months later, Buxton and Hollis working together. That bridge lasted for 56 years until it too went down the river in the flood of '36. Fortunately, the federal government was trying to get us through the Depression. Works Progress Administration came in with federal funding. Buxton and Hollis paid for the approaches. And this bridge behind us here was dedicated in May 1938. It was dedicated to the veterans of the World War. And they all came and came out for it because it was a big event to link our communities. The monument is still down there. It's moved a little bit. It's right at the end of the bridge. Take a look at it. There's about 80 names on it. 80 people who served in the World War, who served this community, and whose children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren are still here working and helping this community, making their own contributions. Today, we celebrate this bridge 6 years in the making. Our hope is that it'll bind our towns with a combined action, and that we remember the services of our veterans from that World War. Finally, if you'd like to hear more about this, find out more about bar mills, Historical Society's just put together our first big exhibit up the street, 100 Main Street. It's going to be open April through October, Thursday evenings, Saturday mornings. We have 100 years of bar mills history there. I hope you come across the bridge or come down Main Street. Come visit us. Thank you.
Why don't we walk right down to the middle, okay? Okay. We want to get everybody in cameras all lined up. Where's Liz at? Liz, I just want to make sure. Yeah. Before you cut the line, I want you to share a few thoughts about your memories with the other bridge.
The other bridge, we were so glad that we had a bridge that would take cars and trucks. And I remember walking on the sidewalk. This is why, when they said, oh, we're not going to put a sidewalk here. This is why Hollis Street and Buxton Street, we've got to have a sidewalk. But the thing that I remember the most is the old bridge that was over here that went down in 36. Because my grandfather and grandmother lived on the Salmon Falls Road. My grandfather used to bring me up here when the logs were going down the river. And we'd stand on that bridge and watch them. And then also, I remember going across it with my mother with a horse, because she used to bring a horse over here to Bar Mills to have a horse shod. And then later on, my grandmother, when she got her car, she went across it to the car. And then, of course, when that one went out in 36, we had to go to Salmon Falls and go across that bridge. Because there weren't many bridges locally that were left in 1936. So I'm so glad that this one is wider. It looks wider to me than that one did. Because meeting those big trucks on that one was kind of scary. I'm glad we've got it. He tells me that these scissors are going to cut that rubber.
No promises. Yes,
good.
yes. Again, thank you for coming out today to celebrate this day. We're going to take these scissors that Peter Burns made and put Rita's name on it and the date, and we're going to donate them to the Historical Society. Thank you very much for coming.